everybody. Welcome to Fit Moment. This is a demonstration video that shows you how to work certain parts of your body or work in certain ways that we don't include a lot in our regular workouts or that we need clarified from our regular workouts. Today we're going to talk about the strength and stretching of our calves. Now, one of the things that's cool about the calves is they get strengthened every single day. And when you walk upstairs, when you walk downstairs, any kind of way that your leg is staggered, if you immediately stagger your leg and straighten out your knees, you can feel already the calf in the back is going, I'm getting stretched. So we're also on our toes a lot as we step off the stair and onto the next. And that also is a great way to strengthen your calf. So one of the things that tells us that there are certain positions where the calves are naturally stretched. So I'm going to show you, we do lunge dips and lunges all the time. And I'm going to show you ways to work the calf here. You feel like you need to have more work on your calf. Men particularly need this because they have a tendency to have really skinny calves, stringy and skinny calves because of their yellow, their brown fat cells, and we have the yellow ones, those of us who are women-ish. All right, so the position of your foot in lunge dip is where you're going to find out where the calf gets work. So if you're on your toes, you have extension on the higher part of the calf. If you're on your ball of your foot, you get more of the whole calf. You may not feel it until you come all the way down. So you feel that? It's both a stretch and a strengthener. So if we do 10 of these, 1, exhale up, 2, we can feel that calf. 3, head over tailbone. 4, nice. 5, holding it down. 6, now one of the things that logic tells you, 7, now you don't need to turn your head this way, I will tell you. 8, if you're standing side, 9, that holding this will also help us. So if you hold it down there with that extension in the ankle, the extension in the calf, the extension coming down the front of the quad, say you hold it for 10 seconds, you're going to feel that. Yep. Hi. That a my message? I don't know. And then bring it up. Let's do the other side. Same thing. We're going to walk that back so far back you can't put your heel down. Then I'm going to do my whole calf by getting on the ball of my foot. 1, it's my bad knee, so we're going to see what I can do. 2, all right, looking forward. 3, I'm doing a sideways demo so you can see it. 4, but you could face the camera. 5, or the screen. 6, nice. 7, 8, good job. 9, nice. And 10, you're going to hold it there for 10 seconds only, just a demonstration to let you know that this is a way to work power to those calves. And bring yourself up. So we also know that anything that has to do with lifting and lowering, pointing and flexing have to do with the calf strength and stretches. So that's why I brought the step. Because if you've ever used a calf machine at the gym, it basically elevates your foot and then drops it off of the elevation. So you can actually do this on the stairs in your house or the movement from one room to the next. That's why the demo is this way. So we're on the step, get our head over our tailbone, slide the foot back, drop it off. You have a little bit of bend in the standing leg, and you take it down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and hold it there. Now, the question might come, if we're working the calves naturally, why do we need to work them in addition? 2 reasons. 1, they're part of the support system for the knee, and 2, they're also a support system for the feet. So that's really important. Also, if your quads have more volume and your calves have less volume, they don't need to be as big as your quads, but there has to be a proportionate amount of muscle in each part of your leg. You're going to have a little bit of injury in the hip, or a little bit of tendency for injury in the hip. So my suggestion is, if you're a cyclist, for instance, and you're constantly working those quads, or if you're always doing steps, you might check and see, have I developed this big quad here, but I haven't developed the layer of calf here. Now your calves aren't going to get bigger unless you're taking something for that to happen, or you're using really heavy weight on them, right? So and I have to tell you that guys in the gym, they call their legs pen and pencil sets because they can get really big on top and then their legs really stay small. They do everything in the world to get them bigger and they can't get them bigger. So it's not going to happen to you. So let's slide the other one off, drop it down, bend the front knee and bring it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then you're going to hold it down there just for 10 seconds. Of course, when you're working out, you might choose to do it for more minutes. Beautiful. And bring it back on. Okay, so we're going to move the step out of the way and we're going to bring the roller. Now, you don't have to have a roller for this. This is more about stretching. And if you're doing this with me, I'd like you to be next to something that you balance on. So basically, there's one position on the roller that really, really, really has a beautiful effect on your calves. So if you can get up on the roller and balance yourself comfortably, even with your hands on the wall, you want to roll the roller all the way to your toes. There you go. And then your calves are in that position. You feel that stretch? Now that's going to be more of a stretch than a strengthener, but these things are not exclusive to each other. The calves really like to have that position of strengthening and stretching at the same time. It's one of those muscles like the back that when you're working it, you're also stretching it. So get back up again. I always step off if I feel the least little bit of terremoto, right? So get those heels off. And that is how the roller helps you. Now, of course, you can always roll the whole foot out, which always feels fabulous. And drop those heels off. Nice. So that's all we need to do with the roller. So now we're going to go down to the floor and talk about more deliberate stretches. All right. All the equipment. Come on down. I'm not going to bother putting my mat down. This is okay on the floor. So you're going to put it 1 foot out and 1 foot in. You're going to take your strap, and you can do it as a loop, or you can do it two-handed. I'm going to do it as a loop because the loop is there. You put it on the ball of your foot, take your foot off the floor, and just pull the foot toward you. Feel that extension in your calf. So here you're getting a beautiful calf stretch. Side view. Now drop the shoulder blades. I'm going to make sure we do both for 15 seconds. So you have 5 more seconds. Nice. And release that. Let's go to the other side. You can do this with anything. Anything that gives you a little bit of resistance, but also doesn't like stiffen you out. All right, flex the foot. Let's do that for 15 seconds. You have to take it off the floor. Down here, it has too much support from the rest of the leg. So you have to and really push that heel through past the toes. Nice. And that's your 15 there. All right, let's take it off. We're going to do a few more with the strap. Come on to the side. Loop it again. Again, it could be a double loop, or it can be a single loop like this. I didn't even know it was already looped. So I have to see that. And one of our favorite things to do with the strap is to come into a quad stretch. Now, when you come into the quad stretch, push your toes the other way. This is really effective. So you're in the quad stretch and you're pushing your toes into a flex. Feel the dynamic, the activation in the calf. Let's make sure our shoulders under our arms under our shoulder and our hips are tucked under as we do this. Feel that extension. That feels pretty fabulous, right? All right, by the same token, when you're lying down and doing this stretch that we love to do so much, push the toes toward your face and feel that incredible calf stretch. Now, when do we want to do calf stretches? Well, after long walks, after things like skiing, skateboarding, anything that causes us to hold our strength through our legs in a very particular way for a very long time. Yeah, so take it out to the side, same thing, keep that flex. Nice. Bring it back in, and we're going to go to the other side. Same thing. This would have been, I know Rosemary had to go, but since she's a soccer player, this would have been great. All right, come on down. Make sure you're aligned before you do this. Bring it behind into your quad stretch, and then push your foot. Lift yourself off the floor. Push that foot. There you go. Nice. Then we're coming onto our back, doing it on that stretch that we love to do. You want to always do the pointed stretch to get the length from your transverse abdominal to your toes. But when you want to focus on your legs, you make sure that strap is on the ball of the foot, and then push that heel upward and those toes downward. Take it out to the side, do it there. I think you get the drift, but I'm going to give you a couple other things that may not seem so obvious. They're obvious when you're doing them, but they're not obvious when you isolate it. So we don't need the strap anymore. We're going into a bridge. Go up into a bridge, get onto your toes, feel that, then get onto your heels, onto your toes, onto your heels. So you feel the movement. So this is one of the things, one of the ways to work the calves with movement, right? Heels, toes, heels, toes. Good job. Stay up there. You don't have to stay real high, but you do want suspension so you don't create a support system for them. Let's stay on our toes and bring our body up as high as we can. You feel that through the calves. And you also feel it through the front of the knees. Yeah. So let's hold that. And lower yourself down. Put your heels into the floor. Take it up. Feel another angle. Good. And lower down. Now, that's the thing we haven't talked about, our ankles. Let me get into diagonal position so you can see. Let's take our feet right up. Actually, just one up. You're going to flex that foot, and then we feel the calf. But then I want you to take it out to the side. Now you feel the wrapping muscles and tendons here. This is hugely supportive for your knee. So make sure, I know we do this in Pilates as a stretch, but I also want you to, individuate it into your calf category. Yeah, just hold it there. And the other thing that we do that helps the calf is our favorite half baby pose. But you have to flex hard on this to make it work, bringing that knee as far down as you can. This is more gentle than what we just did. Now to do it inside, I recommend you go pointed first, then rotate in, and then flex the foot. Because it doesn't move a lot when the hamstring is intense. So we soften it, let it make the motion, and then flex the foot. Release it, bring it down, other one comes up, flex it, and take it out and hold it there. Now, I like to manipulate. If I can push my leg over just a little bit more, use that ball joint just a little bit more. Sometimes it feels like it can only go so far, right? Right. Keeping that flex, bring it back to center, half baby pose. Come on down. Nice, then push it back up, point the foot, rotate it inward, and then flex it. That one's really dynamic. That one really activates because we usually don't do those turns, but we do want to get all of those wrapping muscles. Try not to torque at the ankle. That's really important. All right, a couple of our favorite moves that work the calves. That's what we're doing right now. Panther is one of them. It's one of my favorites. It's not a favorite among our classmates, so I only drop it in 1 or 2 times a month. So hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips, put your toes into the floor. Now you want to get more of the foot than usual to get into the calf, and then take your knees off the floor, and you can feel that big calf stretch right there. This is also a calf strengthener, right? Because it's helping hold your body. There you go. Nice. Lower it down. Another one of my favorites is if we come into forward fold position. I'll do it diagonally here. Flex one foot, put it over the other foot, and then walk our hands forward. Feel that. It lifts through the knees and through, and this is one of the few supported on the floor positions that gets into that calf. So you're bringing your chest down. That really lifts that bottom leg. Drop your shoulders off the floor. And then walk it back in. Other side, keep those feet flexed, and then walk it out again. And of course, like any normal human being, you'll have more extension on one side than the other, more range of motion. I feel like this one's healing me. Good, and curl yourself up, and I'm going to end with our reverse patterns. We're going to go to reverse tabletop, come up onto our toes and down, lift and down. 3, that glute up. 4, the hands are facing. 5, forward or out to the side. 6, get your head on your spine. 7, 8, 9, let's hold it up here on 10. Let's hold it up. About 10 seconds. If your arms are too far away from your shoulders, you're going to feel that. Okay, lower it down. Flexed feet beside each other and come up into a reverse plank. And that is also, feel that? Supporting your calves. So you kind of get the drift that whenever you flex your feet and hold it, you're going to help support your calves. But one of the things I want you to remember is that you want to try to get as many angles as possible and as many directions as possible. Realize that when your calf is being supported a lot, it's not getting as much strength as it stretch as it needs to get. So make sure that you are isolating it every now and then. Again, this may not be necessary for you. If you're completely aligned and everything gets stretched out and everything gets strengthened, because you do so much walking and so many stairs and stuff like that, congratulations. But remember to put stretches in after your walks. Skating, skateboarding, skiing, that kind of stuff. I just love it. All right, I hope you enjoyed this fit moment. Bye.